Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andriana and today we're going to talk about the inner teenager. What is the inner teenager and what are some ways to heal it? The inner teenager is the inner child that the traumas that this inner child has been are unprocessed and we bring them into adulthood. The inner teenager has unprocessed traumas and karmic history that come up into adulthood, and so then we have to go back to the inner child, heal the inner child, and also heal the inner teenager to start analyzing and seeing ourselves and learn how things work within us. The inner teenager has a victim mentality. We're in this present moment as adults to heal our ancestral lineage, to heal this karmic history. Imagine this inner child growing up, becoming a teenager, is just absorbing information, and then it comes up to an age where it no longer wants to feel like this and decides to change lifestyle, or it continues to be a victim and absorbs more information, more things, more traumas, more programming. And then you start realizing, okay, now this happened to me, why this happened to me, why is everything happening to me like this? And then it starts this victim mentality because it cannot go within, it cannot answer questions. When you don't know yourself, you cannot answer questions. Some traumas that we carry from childhood, types of abuse, unworthiness, low self-esteem, teenage experiences, romantic relationships, first breakups, abandonment. We repeat cycles within cycles until we come to a point where we're able to process them. So as I observed from myself and from the people that come to the healing sessions, we all have things in common. And this starts from childhood, especially the way we start to perceive things. We all enter this trap of wanting external approval, wanting to gain attention from the outside and fill the gap that is within us, because back in childhood we were inside most of our time, and then we were constantly distracted to come to the outside world, and we kind of forgot how to tune into our emotions and our inner world. So this is how it started. We at some point forgot how to tune into our inner self, and we felt a void within us growing and growing. And when you come to an age where you don't know what's wrong with you and you don't know why things are happening to you, is because you have to tune into yourself and then process these things. As I observed from younger generations, especially teenagers, they all have a low self-esteem, and this is usually because of social media, how society works, how society is programming this younger generation to want to cover their imperfections and create this identity for themselves. So this is an unprocessed aspect that we have as adults that went through adolescence. It's the identity, because since childhood we're given this identity and we never question our identity, and we hold on to this identity thinking that this is the only known thing we have. We make choices that are not very smart, and we put ourselves in situations that help us grow, the hard way. Inner traumas, the abusive relationships that we had, some things that we carry from our parents and our parents, and the cycle continues until we stop it. If you haven't watched the video about the inner child, please go watch this. It's going to help you with this video. We firstly tune into our bodies, we see what we feel, and we process these things. We see from where it came from. We identify that this is not coming from us, it comes from an external source, from a programming that we've been through, and we don't blame this person that gave this thing to us, because everything has a reason, everything has a purpose, and this person gave it to us so that we can end the cycle for ourselves and for many people to follow, for the future generations. We're here as stronger people to process what the previous generations weren't able to. We recognize the training that was taking place. We realized that this was a program, that this was a test, this was for us to train and learn something from what happened to us. It's a contract. You realize this person taught me this because I went through this thing and I learned this. You train for your mastery skills. What are your mastery skills? You grow compassion, you grow love, you grow patience. Any mastery skills you have to gain these mastery skills in order to be able to grow as a person within, and this usually comes through hardships, right? Because we have so many things going on here that we perceive it as negative, but when you really dig deep and see what is teaching you, it's a blessing, it's a lesson. When you do this inner child healing, you then see yourself losing identity. When you lose identity, when you lose who you think you are, you then start to perceive a new version of you. The way that you think, the way that you perceive things, the way that you react to things. When you drop all judgments and you see yourself as one with the other person. When you stop this victim mentality and you just see yourself and you see your strengths and weaknesses and you see what you're doing, you then drop all excuses. You learn to identify excuses, and then you start changing your pattern. Another way to heal this inner teenager is to own your experience, own yourself, own who you are. Find out who you are, what you love doing, who you truly are on a soul level, and then take action to be more of that person and less of the person that you thought you were for so many years. Learn to love your true self. Make goals, work on yourself inside and outside to become the better version of yourself, not by hiding who you are. And an example of that is when I was a teenager, I used to hate my curly hair, and I was straightening them and putting so much makeup on because I was bullied when I was a child. So I was carrying that trauma that was unprocessed, and I was carrying it even throughout university. A few years back now that I realized what I was doing through twin flame relationships, that helped me see myself and understand what I was doing and what needed healing within me. So this was a process that I healed my inner child and my inner teenager. So I'm coming from experience to share this with you. When you feel something, question yourself, is this thought coming from me, or is this something that was projected to me, so I took it this piece as mine? Work on your strengths, work on your weaknesses. They're there for a reason, and choose to be more self-empowered than wanting to seek approval from the outside. And some people don't know that they're working on themselves. That's why it's harder than them, and they make excuses and they have this victim mentality. Why is this happening to me? I'm a good person. Why does this keep happening? What is this cycle that I'm in? If you realize that it's a cycle and you're looping, start to identify what actions am I taking? Why is this thing repeating? What is it trying to teach me? So if you see why you're in that cycle and what steps you need to take to change the action that you keep repeating, it really helps to not judge people. Try to not judge yourself and just observe your thoughts, observe your feelings, and break down and analyze what you feel and why you feel like this beyond identity. Who are you on a soul level? What is your purpose for being here? Are you just here to be a victim of your reality? Are you just here to show off? Are you just here to prove yourself to someone? Or are you here to serve, to help this planet, to give to people, to learn and to grow as a human being? Are your goals just helping you being more on the illusion side of life? Are you in your power? You're not just here to be passive. You're here to take action and be creative and inspire other people and help in any way that you can. What are your gifts? Write down your gifts. If you don't know your gifts, ask yourself, what am I good at? What do I love doing? What is my highest excitement? What am I here to do? What can I do to help this planet from not destroying itself? What can I do to share my knowledge with people? What can I do? What have I learned so far and I can share it? think about these things and write things down and start to work on a project. Create yourself again, recreate yourself, not from your programming but from what you've learned so far, from identifying your the wrong programming, the virus of your program. We all come with different talents and skills. Some people are good in technology, some people are good in arts, some people are good in communication. Just find your talent and build more of that talent. Play around with your skills. Just try things out. If they don't work, at least you've tried, at least you expressed yourself. Learn to express what you want to do in good ways. Find creative ways to express yourself. So when you start working on yourself like this, you will see that the changes that you're going through, the changes that you're learning and growing, and everything that you are deprogramming to programming the right way, you will see a new version of yourself emerging. You're going to be able to see, this is the old version of me, this is the version of me now, and this is everything that I've been through in order to get here. This new and old version of you will not match up, because you will see that you're growing and you will understand how things work and not be a victim of your reality. I'm overcoming this for my ancestors, for my bloodline, my family. Finding your center, knowing who you are. Sometimes, the most important thing is to have patience and compassion for other people, because yes, you're going through this change within you. Not many people will understand your change, so stop trying to force them to understand, because they're not at that level where they will understand you. Just have patience, know yourself, know you're working on this, and you don't have to prove yourself to anybody. Know who you are. Just try to change your definitions and exit this victim mentality by working on yourself, doing the inner child work and what we've said today. Work on your self-esteem to try to find ways to better yourself and feel more confident in yourself. Work out, try to have a program, put yourself in a program where you can feel more valuable to yourself first, because if you feel that you're less, it's because yourself is showing you something. What are you not doing to feel better? What are you trying to hide? Are you hiding yourself? Are you just feeling bad for yourself and not taking action towards a better future, a better choice? Are you making choices that do not benefit you? So try to see what you do, observe yourself, find quiet time to process the things. What are you processing in this incarnation? Try to see yourself from a few steps above than just being in this hole of 3D and feeling sorry for yourself. Try to see yourself as a higher being and try to see what you're doing here. And as Rion says from Team Light, try to zoom out and see the whole picture from soul level and try to understand what you're doing here. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. I love when you guys interact with each other. I really appreciate you. And if you want any sessions with me, we'll leave some links in the description below. I love you and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!